welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you are interested in joining us in any of our games and watching live, you can see us over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey. If you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available. Be sure to reach out and let me know. You can get into our community through our Patreon, or you can join our Patreon just to support us and hang out inside of our Discord server and talk about the games, hang out, do whatever, play other games on rare occasions where us adults actually have time off. But yeah, aside from that, let's get into the action. All right, Kuma, your turn. Tell us what happened.
What happened last time is we met the creator of the gods, Alurajin.
Nope.
No, that was last time.
No, she is not the creator of the gods.
No, not the creator of the gods. The
Raging Tide.
The Raging Tide, Alurajin, a tier 1 goddess. Sorry, correct. That's correct.
Big difference.
Big old difference. We ended up pulling the lever to her realm in our efforts to get into the vault. At which point she delivered the trials necessary to us for us to even be considered getting into the vault, which consisted of telling what our biggest fears are and standing up to her, a goddess of power that we don't know because she is apparently banished from our realm and is not allowed to interact with it. We were able to pass her trials, at which point she forced open the gates into the vault using Pyramol, as the gates did not initially want to open for her. Inside, we ended up finding the scrolls that we needed, along with Mary getting a new item from Alurajin, what could be best described as a vestige, as well as finding pillars and mementos to other vestiges, arms of the betrayers, and something called singularities. After retrieving the scrolls, Alurajin opened up a portal and sent us into the Empire in the middle of a firing range. Some of us suffered ear damage, others or hearing loss, some others did not. And we learned that the Empire has an anti-teleport field up around it right now. After that, we tree-strode back to Phelan, where we met our new chef, our new groundskeeper, and S again. As we were discussing plans, we got a letter from the Slayer's Take about the emergency contract and that Vasselheim has decided to put out a reward for any information about the raid into the vault that we may or may not have committed. We plead the fifth. And we were just deciding on the next steps.
Alrighty. So, you all rest up and have a short conversation while resting up. Go ahead and roleplay, everybody.
Why does shit like this always have to be so damn complicated?
I don't know.
Well, I think we're almost done for the most part, because we've got that part, and that part I think is pretty explanatory. Yeah, I think the only thing that we need at this point would be like the power source, preferably one that can be destroyed or discarded if it doesn't keep its integrity.
Right.
And that was, you mentioned something about a tier of a celestial or something?
I mean, that's definitely a possibility for sure. We kind of found something similar when we faced Vorvik previously. It was kind of hard to come by, actually.
Right. Well,
You know,
are there
when
any
you
other
look back-
substitutes we could use?
The uh, vestiges seem pretty powerful, but as far as comparable to that, another tier, wouldn't really know any good spots for that, unfortunately. But I mean, there's other things. Broomstone might work. A large quantity of residuum. If all else fails, we might try your guys' weapons to a degree. But again, I don't.
just got it, so you can't have it.
Yeah, we can find something else, I'm sure.
But Dorsen's had his for a while, though. I mean, you've probably grown tired of it right now, don't you?
How big a fire is Pyromoss spurting right now?
Medium. A little bit more than medium.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I could think of. There were also those elemental things that we came across that seemed to have a large quantity of energy, but they did seem unusually dangerous as well. So
Stones. I think I've heard of that. Isn't that what used to, like, they had that flying city? What's the name? Draconia?
Yeah, I don't remember where it was exactly, but I did hear about it in a few of my guild teachings. They definitely covered the item, but no applications. It seemed to be that nobody really managed to recover much of it.
Right. Well, so if it's not recovered, then it's still there, probably then.
Possibly. I mean, we could probably see if anybody around here has heard of it. It was somewhere out east, if I recall.
Right. Well, those Shorehausians probably know then.
I did want to check real quick too, with our new friend, because she seemed to have a lot of knowledge that none of us are aware of. Jimmy goes up to Jericho and just looks at her with kind of a weak smile. You wouldn't happen to know any good rich sources of divine or powerful arcane energies?
Back in the ley line. Not here. This isn't my home. I don't know anything here.
Okay.
Sorry, she's not going to be very helpful here. Like, all the information I have for this character is outside of this world, unfortunately.
Imagine.
But when y'all start playing or traveling, whoo!
That's
Yeah, gotta
plus
turn
level
left
20,
here.
right?
That's how we get back. Yeah. Actually, little spoiler, I may be getting a book soon from a very trustworthy source of creators of adventuring from level 20 to level 30 in 5e.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
I maybe. I have to talk to them still. And of course I have to read it first, but yeah.
Has anybody heard of this Draconia place before?
Well, that's
assume
probably
I
it.
right.
Jericho, roll a history check. Mary, of course, you have heard of Draconia, and nobody else in this party would have the opportunity of it.
Rolled a 19.
Draconia.
Total? Wow.
Yeah, it's super low for her.
Well, unfortunately for your DC, it was 25. So, sorry. But yeah, Mary, you are fully aware. Draconia was one of the only places in Xhorhas affected during the Chroma Conclave's tyrannical, well, excursions. And the Empire was really off-put by that happening, and immediately set up a lot more contingencies and protections from those outer-worldly creatures interfering or affecting it. That was actually what sparked the magical protection that the Empire has now from traveling into it. They built that because of the Chroma Conclave right after the whole situation was wrapped up. You're aware that it was in some place in Xhorhas, not terribly far from the Menagerie Coast, because the Menagerie Coast got a lot of, let's just say, collateral damage on them just from the frigid doom traveling across the landscape over there.
So it's not actually that far away. Supposed to be, at least. I'm not, well, I don't know specifically exactly the coordinates or anything like that, but it's somewhere east of here. Just across, let me just pull up my map here.
The map you have, is it of all of Exandria?
Didn't we get one of those?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think we got it in Uthadern.
You got a map of Exandria and Uthadern?
That makes sense, actually. They would be one of the only places that would have it. So yeah, you have a map of Exandria as a whole. Let me bring you over to the Exandria map. 1 second. Boo.
So yeah, it should be like on the other side of that White Dawn. I can't see the full name of it. White Dawn Bay, or
here we go. This is the Exandria map. Just because it's a lot easier to read this map than the other one. White Dawn Lagoon. It's supposed to be past that, somewhere inside of the Drimoth Ravine.
so yeah, so somewhere thereabouts.
S, you wouldn't happen to have heard about this place, would you?
Oh, you
S
go
is
get
not in
S?
this room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you want to summon him, you can, but yeah.
Should we maybe ask him if he's heard of it, or?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
I know we're trying to keep a low profile and all. I just don't know how far we're gonna get on our own.
Just make sure you put the scrolls away first.
Yeah, of course. Jimmy will put him back into his secret chest and poof.
Alrighty. And then I assume you shout downstairs?
Yeah, I'll leave the room, leave the sanctum that we're currently in Mary's room, and go find S.
Here you go. This is the actual continent of Wildemount, is what I meant to say. You didn't get an Exandria map. You just have multiple maps that can piece together most of Exandria. This is a more detailed map of Wildemount that you could have procured.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me delete some shit first. Sorry, I imported it from another game. They have a whole bunch of points of interest.
Fair enough.
Alrighty, so you yell downstairs, and S will walk up them and look into the room. Am I allowed in for this conversation?
Yeah, we're just curious about a place somewhere nearby here called Draconia.
What is it that you want with Draconia?
Just kind of curious where it's located at, and wanted to see if we might find some ancient items there. Something called a broomstone.
There is a possibility of such magic to be presented in Draconia. It is one of the longest lasting civilizations, even past the Calamity. One of the only civilizations based out of Arcanum that survived that entire event and aftermath. Are you looking for its location?
Yeah.
Well, it is spread out across a mountain range, not far off the Ashkeeper Peaks on the other side. If you would like, I can draw you up the map.
Yeah, if you could, I can help you if you need anything.
No, I should be
That'd be
quite
great.
capable of handling this. Alrighty. Let me get you all a Jorhassian map now. He'll have to take a couple of hours to scrape it together. But
Acceptable. Map has to be done in 30 minutes, or next 3 maps are free.
I mean, he's doing this for free anyway, so okay.
Let's keep track of that watch. 3 hours we need to get ready to open that tree in about 6 more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, Transmogrifier. Work. Oh, let me refresh. Oh. Give me a second, everybody. This game and its smooth content is brought to you by Roll20. Not sponsored. There we go. All right. Jorhas is what we're looking for, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Si, senor.
Get y'all the Wastes of Jorhas map. Waste of... It's archived. Okay. Alrighty. This is going to be the fun part, me figuring out what all he knows. Let me roll history check. Okay. Map layer. All right, this is everything he would be aware of. Everything revealed to you on this map. I did bring you over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He will point out to you many different attributes of this location. As you can see, the White Dawn Lagoon is what connects us over to that continent. Zazith Kitrul is the first station of, well, civilization out there. It is the remains of all of the individuals who survived the aftermath of Draconia and decided to set up their own home and location out there. Though there are other walks of life of individuals, it is my understanding they are not directly associated with the Empire or the Menagerie or Xhorhas. They prefer to stay outside of the influence of Zedens. Zedens is their form of authority out there. Treat Zedens like you would treat the Assembly. If somebody's a member of the Den, that is what they are like. In fact, you should never trust them. You should never give them any information as to what you are doing, and it is best to stay completely out of their way. They are fanatical, rampaging imbeciles that believe in a lot of cultist religion.
All right.
But Zazith Kitrul is the only location that heads into the Drimoth Ravine, and the ruins of Draconia stretch across the Drimoth Ravine all the way up to the tip of the ravine, across a mountainside that, as best as I know it, is still covered in snow, as a lingering effect of the tyrannical dragon that called it its home and ruined Draconia of itself.
Right.
So,
And that dragon is dead, if I remember correctly, right?
that is correct. It was killed.
Right. Yes.
So, if I knew specifically what you all were doing, I may be more assisting. However, I hope this is enough information to help.
It is. Thank you, guys.
I think we'll find what we need on our own there.
Very well. Here, keep the map.
Thank you.
There would be one other place located on the map that he's aware of, Rasona's location.
Right.
That's the capital. Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And he heads out.
What's that red forest again? Do you know that? And why is it red?
I am not researched when it comes to Xhorhas outside of the protection of our border.
Right. Well, thanks anyway. Well, I guess Silren, you'd probably be able to get us over there quite quickly, wouldn't you? With that thing of yours.
He'll confirm.
All right. Well, it's
So.
a good place as any to start, right, guys?
I don't think anything else is closer. It's probably a good place to go right now, and it seems to be pretty far away from Vasselheim.
I
Right.
agree. We should start as soon as possible.
Okay then. Well,
As soon as possible is in 3 hours.
sure. Let's get ready then.
Well, we should do take a night's rest so can recharge, right?
I
We
thought
have
this
to-
was the following day.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
the
it.
following day.
Oh,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, you all long rested.
Okay.
We have to wait a few hours to let that guy through the tree.
Who has control over Silren's character sheet?
Me.
Jimmy.
Yeah, it was Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy, you cool keeping track of his spells and shit that he's using for you guys on which days?
Yep, I'll pop it out here.
All right, cool. And feel free to change around if it's something that would make sense with everything he knows.
So there we go.
Alrighty. So, it is the following day, so everybody rest up. Make sure you adjusted all of your spells to what it is that you actually have. And 3 hours later, you are supposed to send a message to Amagon so that
Nice.
he knows to come back over through the tree.
Yep. So, yeah, when the time is right and we're ready to cast the spell, I'll basically just cast him ascending and say, okay, so go over to the tree now, and when you see it begin to start shimmering, you just walk through right away.
Of course. That is not going to be a problem at all. And go ahead and remove that spell slot, whatever level it is. Tree Stride, I think it is.
Transport via plants, right, guys?
Yeah, it's one of the exact same sounding spells.
There we go.
Cool. It opens up, and you watch Amagon walk through. Oh, no.
Hello.
We are on the Menagerie Coast.
Yes?
Yeah.
He, like, pulls up his snow hood and, like, hides himself even more.
Well, this is our little estate. You can just stay here and be safe.
What makes you think I would be safe here?
You can make company with our butler. He
Yes.
seems to want friends.
I do not mind friends at all. However, this is very close to the location where the man attempted to murder me.
What was the man's name again?
I don't know.
What did he look like again?
I don't know.
Well, he wouldn't, most likely wouldn't expect you to be so close, right? You know, especially after you escaped. So,
I don't know.
Well, the closer you are to danger, the further you are from harm.
Well, the really good news, Amagon, is that everybody in this town was basically driven away about a month or two ago, and they haven't really come back. Nobody's really here except for a couple people that we know, and they like us, and you know, we trust them. So I think you'll be safe here. If you don't want to like wander around or go outside, I understand, but you're more than welcome anywhere in our home.
I suppose this is my only option. May I do some recreational activities while I am here?
Yeah.
Very well.
Good.
I think he looks at you all and pulls out a long tape roll and just starts measuring you. Does your butler have an allowance for materials?
Yeah, and here's some for you, and I'll give him 10 platinum.
That should be a very lovely set of caskets. And he just walks off.
Thank you, Back to the Future 3.
We should probably let S know who that guy is as well. I'll go and find S.
Okay. And Amagon will follow behind you at a very creepy half step behind you at all times.
Oh, you're so annoying.
I
S.
apologize.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Who is this?
It
He
is.
stretches his neck to look up.
He's a guest of ours, and while we're away, he's well, he's under our protection. So just keep an eye out.
Hello, S. You must be the butler. I look forward to having conversations with you. S points at you, Mary, and messages you. Do you accept?
Sure.
Did I do something wrong? Did I offend you in some capacity?
No, I'm aware he's a bit of a handful, but it's nothing you can't handle. I mean, you put the S in essential.
He has a twitch, very visible, and a small blood vessel just bulge.
I give him a light pat on the shoulder and just it'll be fine.
God, I feel so bad for this man, and he's such a dick. Very well. Guest, what is your name? You may call me Not So Gone.
Just call him. Yeah. Not so. That's easier.
Not so. Not so.
Not so. All right.
Not so.
Nachos.
Yes. Not so. Sure.
Ready meal?
Very well. Well, I suppose that should. Very well, madame. I shall do as you please. However, I will like to ask the guest to be sure to stay out of my way while I am working on protective natures of the estate. Oh, perhaps
Yes.
I can assist. I like using my magic. Fine. And he just walks off.
You're so big, Amagon and S become best friends.
So did we just hand over a spy a lurch?
Right.
You guys might
I
have
just-
a new butler. You rang.
I mean, hey, if S finds
I'm
out
down with it.
that's like, he can buttle for me, I can relax.
Yeah, yeah. Amagon's super helpful. He loves helping people to hopefully make friends. Just nobody can tolerate talking to him. Anyways, there you go. And he's immediately putting in the order for many different types of wood to start making you all personalized caskets. As a thank you.
I like this, man.
Come on, he works for the Church of the Raven Queen. You can't be surprised. You will need it one day.
Better to have it and need it than need it and not have it.
And just
Yeah.
think how much money we'll save not going to a shop.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
funny thing is, his was the shop in the Menagerie Coast. But anyways, you all go back outside.
Mm-hmm.
Are you leaving now?
I guess.
All right, roll cloud walk. Subtract it. Let me get my
Ooh.
distance calculator. Yeah, whatever
Walk
walk it
of the
is.
Wind.
You're walking.
Yes, we are walking to Draconia.
All right, so distance to travel, you are looking at 210 miles. How long can you cloud walk? It's an 8-hour spell.
8
Yeah.
hours.
And what is your speed? 300. Wait, you have a fly speed of 300 feet. Has resistance to damage from non-magical. Blah 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 blah. So you have 300 feet per use. 210 miles.
You can dash for 600, right?
I think that is like supposed to be the calculation of everything you have, since you can't really take other actions as you're a cloud. So 300 for 6 seconds.
And before we like go there and stuff, I'll just address everyone. If anyone wants to borrow this water control augment, and I mean borrow because I want it back at some point, but yeah, you can have it for a little bit because I can't use it right now. Not while I have this crossbow.
Okay.
If no one else will say anything, I'll borrow it.
Very well. Keep in mind, you have to put it into a spell focus.
Oh, it has to be a spell focus?
I believe so.
No, I have it in my bow, so it had to
That was
be
an
a
attack
weapon.
augment.
Let me just read what it says on the augmentation page. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It's a very rare augment. Oh no, that's a legendary augment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
then it
takes up
can
2
go
slots.
into. Yeah, it takes up 2 slots, and it can go into any weapon or focus.
Okay.
So, Kuma, if you do take it, you have to put it into a weapon, and it takes up 2 slots.
I do have a longbow that has nothing in it right now.
With 2 slots?
It's a 3-stop bow.
Okay, you can put it in there.
Can you put the description in there, please, Mary?
Yeah.
Doesn't your weapon, isn't it already fully augmented?
That's my short sword.
Okay, so you have 2 augments right now?
2 augments in this longbow. It's currently unattuned, but
Sorry, I meant 2. What's the word?
Attunements?
Attunements. Thank you.
Yeah,
have
because you
3.
can only be attuned. Well, you can't attune to the longbow then.
correct. It's just going to be in there.
So after a long rest, if you need it, you only need to long rest, switch, and attune.
Sure,
it,
I see.
there you go. Cool.
Just
All
a
right, that's fine.
suggestion. Jimmy has attunement slots available, specifically his weapon or focus. So if we want to be able to use this,
Yeah.
Jimmy could use it.
Can you use a longbow?
Jimmy can put it into any weapon or focus.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be.
He's an
long.
artificer. He
Artificer.
ignores everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Jimmy, you can take it.
I'll slap it into my wand.
Right,
Okay,
well,
there you go.
There you go.
Easy enough.
Thanks.
It does cost you.
welcome.
It is
3rd level slot, right?
3rd level to move low end ones, I think. No. It's only a 3rd to always move it. Yeah. So you have to use. Someone has to use a 3rd level spell slot to move it.
Okay.
Jimmy,
Okay.
there you go. Cool. So, you all take off into the sky, and one of you has to roll the survival check to be able to traverse all the way over towards Jorhas.
I volunteer as tribute.
Silverin.
Go for it. Oh.
Why can't Silverin do it?
You can tell Silverin to do it. It's fine, but y'all have to tell him.
Oh, the system.
Yeah,
then.
he's always the one who's done it. So.
Well,
Mine
it's
is
Silverin
not
and
bad.
Kuma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Soren and Kumar are the survivalists.
Oh.
Just notoriously, Kuma gets a better roll. So,
Yeah. Like,
not that he's better at it, just gets a better
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's better at it.
like,
you might have a
God
higher
damn it,
modifier. I get the better die.
that don't mean shit in D&D. But anyways, for a 28, it takes you all roughly 6.5 hours of flying until you, or it takes you 6 hours of flying to enter across that ravine, across the lagoon, and you see this massive mountain range out before you. It is covered in this very thick perpetual storm of snow, and the peaks all seem to be covered all the way downwards until you get close to the ground, which looks admittedly not that well off. The grass seems a little mute in its color. The dirt looks a little dry as well as you are flying over. And you all are aware that you are looking at the last remains of the Ashkeeper Peaks all the way south in Xhorhas. Now, after that, were you all looking to go directly to the ruins of Draconia, or were you going to Zarseth Kittrell, or are you just going to start in the middle of the ravine and work your way through?
I mean, starting from the bottom and going up would probably be the best idea.
Or why not go like into
Bottom
the
down.
ravine from the top, from the north?
Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Let's avoid all the people that are going to be suspicious of us and spy on us the minute we show up.
Yeah, let them spy on us after
Yeah.
we leave.
That cloud
So
looks
where
mighty
are we
suspicious.
going? In the middle?
North to the tip and then working down.
So you're going all the way over towards the ruins of Draconia. So you fly along the edge of the peaks, close enough downwards that you can see through the heavy storm as you are heading in that direction. And the wind picks up quite a bit in this location, and all of you are being whisked around somewhat consistently. I would like a perception check from one of the individuals who is not doing the survival check.
Not it.
I will do it. Oh, never mind.
Well, 2 people can perceive, but Mary, 29. As you are flying across, you see this purple coloration shift in the ravine. And then it flickers 3 times.
And we're clouds now, so we can't talk or cast spells, right?
Correct. I mean, you can kind of like, if
Charades.
somebody can read lips, they can understand what you're trying to say. But
Hey,
Hey,
observant.
say.
Yeah, do we still... Yeah, because we have like a humanoid shape still.
yeah, you can just be more solid or less solid depending on how you're moving.
All right. I'm going to wave my arms to everyone and just point in the direction of where I see it.
All right. And because the average passive of this party is very high, Jimmy does not notice. It flashes purple again and then blinks 3 more times. This time, however, since you're focusing on it more, Mary, you watch some type of shadowy figure shoots into the sky and takes off.
Takes off away from us? Or...
Flying. Well, mostly, yeah. You're high above, but it shoots up and just takes off into the ravine further.
I try to figure out what it is.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh, lovely.
That sounds about right.
Kuma, you have no idea. Mary, that is definitely something otherworldly. It is made almost completely out of shadow. And as you're kind of thinking about it and everybody's watching, you see it does it again and another one shoots out. Roughly about 5 minutes apart.
Is that a portal? I'm going to mount that since Dorian should be able to read my lips at this point. Or mouth movement.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Should we deal with it?
I mean, we can.
What are you saying, Mary?
You both
Didn't hear
read
you.
lips?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
both
they
have
do.
observant.
Yeah.
Okay. All 3 of us have observant.
Yeah.
I think does
Very
this
useful in this situation.
Oh yeah, Soren has observant too, so everybody's reading everybody.
And Mer's just
Yeah, Jimmy's like, what's going on?
Mary forgot, like,
Jericho, you could roll a religion check as well if you would like, because you
Oh,
are
God.
21. Jericho, that's an issue. Those creatures that are coming out are gloomstalkers.
Oh.
ooh.
And the rate that they are coming through would suggest that there is definitely some anomaly in place. Because these creatures are highly volatile, aggressive, territorial, and native to the plane of shadows, the shade. And if they're coming out at that frequency, that is actually an issue.
Oh, I can't read lips.
But you can.
Right, but you can see.
Looks like you're being invaded.
Shit.
Well, looks like we got to deal with this. Sure, the citizens of Karzithril, however you pronounce its name, too many weird letters, will be thankful.
It's Zarzith Kittrell.
Zarzith Kittrell.
Anybody who speaks Draconic would understand that that is meant to be, you know, Sanctuary of Dragonkin.
I speak Draconic, so I would know that.
Is there any, from where the light's going off, is there any, like, plateau or caves near it?
No caves. It seems to be in the very dead center of the ravine, about 200 feet on either side to peaks that are very high up from it.
Well, let's solidify and go down and solve this issue.
Yeah, we can't have these things flying about. Overlooking.
Alrighty.
Who knows? We might get some good augments out of it.
I would like a stealth check from everybody, please.
Do we get advantage for being in clouds?
No. They're shadow clouds. This party doesn't need advantage.
I mean, you say that.
Oh,
All right,
God.
so looking at everyone else's roll, the average comes out to 20.
Oh,
Mary.
thank you. Thank you, Mary.
Like,
I rolled a 2.
yeah, like, someone has to roll a 1 and Mary has to roll average for it to go poorly. But anyways, you all descend downwards into the ravine, and you find a plateau, a small stretch of open landscape for you all to stand on top of. And keep in mind, it is frozen out here. There is a constant wind blowing around, filling the air with this snow flurries everywhere, and it puts you all within, I'd say, 300 feet, diagonal from what appears to be a large purple portal that grows more brightly, and then after it flashes, it flickers a few times, and you watch as between the flickers, these creatures are trying to crawl out and break through. This time when it happens, you see another one of those creatures, the Gloomstalker, shoot upwards, but there's a different creature that kind of crawls its way out, a bipedal, almost humanoid-looking thing with a ghastly form about it, that there's shadows whisking off the edges of it as it begins moving as well. And then it settles, and you notice there is a massive stone with runic markings all across it, sitting on top of a wide open, about 30 foot by 30 foot, very intricate circle.
So this looks like it was a man or creature-made portal.
Wait. Are we all still clouds?
Well, you're beginning to solidify.
Okay.
We can say right now you're no longer clouds.
Wait.
What the hell is
Immediately.
that?
Do not talk about our mission here.
Alright.
Like a portal of some
So-
kind?
Jimmy, you think you can disrupt it?
I mean, if we get close enough. Yeah, probably.
Let's go.
Yeah. And that... We all saw that stone, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy, do you think that is, in fact, what we're looking for? That stone over there?
I would assume so. I could probably, if we can at least, touch it and get close enough, I can confirm it.
Right. Well, guess we'll have to deal with these things first. Anyway.
Alrighty. So, you all have to either fart cloud again and climb down. Keep in mind you have an hour and a half left of fart clouding. Or you can just climb down this plateau. It is icy. Keep that in mind.
Might be better just to cloud down.
You said it was 300 feet down from here?
300 feet across. Like, think the hypotenuse is 300 feet to that stone.
Mm.
Yeah. You guys are only maybe 80, 90, 100 feet up, but you're 200 feet out from it. So 300.
Well, I can cast a spell to make myself climb easily, but do we have any easy way to just get all of us down there quickly?
Soren could polymorph into an eagle.
So,
Just shape.
I mean, if we still have the cloud thing, so
The
but
cloud might just be best.
I think we just should
yeah,
cloud.
unless they attack us while we're
Yeah, if they do
solidifying
it,
again.
if they do attack us or see us, then it's gonna take us a minute to change back.
Yeah. Man, one of you guys could do the pass without trace thing.
Silren does have that prepared, so if we just want to try being sneaky and going down.
Sounds like the best bet, really.
Anybody against pass without a trace? Going once? Going twice? It's cast.
Alrighty. So, all of you can maintain your stealths very easily. And begin climbing your way down. Alright, everybody, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
I'm casting spider climb on myself.
Then climb your ass down.
Jimmy saw that.
You underestimate Jimmy's ability to see things.
Come on, Kuma, there's flurries out here. You really think he saw anything?
He's also struggling to climb currently. And good old Silren.
Alrighty. Dorzin, Jurigwe, Mary. Almost the exact same speed. All descend downwards. Mary just casually kind of like walking and looking and hiding, and the other two just, grab onto this rock, slide down here, grab onto this, slide down here, and it's pretty quick that you get down there. Kuma, Jimmy, Silren. Go ahead and please... Oh, wait, no, there's no roll. Yeah, you lose your grips and you fall.
Silren gonna do
since I'm-
Silren things. He changes into an eagle.
That is not a reaction.
Nope, it is not. So he falls for 6 seconds.
Exactly.
But since I'm not actually having to focus on climbing, can I use my time to
action?
assist the ones who is actually struggling a bit?
You would have had to have declared that beforehand. They're falling.
I was trying to, but I was cut off, so...
Oh, I apologize. I didn't see you speaking. Well, it's okay. It's not that bad of damage. The three of you, on a good note, are the first ones down. As you climb for about 10 feet or so, and then... And you are going to suffer 26 points of bludgeoning damage as you land heavily on snow and ice. And immediately you see that a couple of the creatures that newly came out turn their attentions down towards you all. I would like you all to roll me initiative.
Wow. 2 nat ones in a row.
Oh, wait, not that song. That song fucking sucks.
Yeah, we did a poor job of getting down that. Shouldn't have been that hard.
It wasn't that hard. I mean, 10 was
just
their
rolled.
best.
Yeah.
Plus... Alrighty, is that everybody on initiative? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nope. Need
You can-
Silverin and Jimmy's tokens. It doesn't let me pull them.
There's Jimmy, and there's Silver.
Alright, I'll add them in here.
I was going to say, when did Silver get smaller than Jimmy?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty, that's everybody. Then descending order. Jimmy, you are first. You land heavily on the ground, slamming your back against it, and it almost stuns you for a second from the searing pain, but then you notice that some very loud wings and screams and shrieks are heading your direction. What would you like to do?
That doesn't look great, guys. I'm going to hold an action and wait for one of them to come into range. I'll be holding Fireball.
Okay. Holding Fireball until one gets in range. You watch as 4 of those creatures on the ground immediately shift their attention over in the direction of... Actually, let's make this a little bit more realistic. You two over here. Mary over. Why is it highlighting instead of letting me just fucking click? Okay. Jimmy, Kuma, Silverin. And they immediately take off running, charging at a fairly quick speed over towards you all. However, they have to dash to get within about 30 feet of you. Do you release your held action now, Jimmy?
I mean, once they're in range, yep. Go
All right,
for
there's 4 of them charging directly at you. Go ahead and release it. Dex save.
it. 31.
First one failed. Second one is successful. Third one failed. Fourth one is a failure as well. So 31 points of damage.
39 total.
39 total. That's completely different. As soon as they come running over towards you, you release that large flashbang of energy, and it just creates this blinding light that causes many of them to kind of like shriek out of the way and cry outwards how much it hurts them. 3 of them look incredibly rough, and 1 looks hurt after that. Jerigway, what's your dex?
It's 14 plus 2.
Then the Gloomstalker will go before you. You see across the sky that many of these bird-like entities, the Gloomstalkers, are already flying looking for hunt, but the ones that are newest in this area immediately look downwards and see prey on the ground. 2 of them sees prey climbing down right now. So, as they are flying at a very quick rate over down towards you guys on the ground, you see they move at a very quick pace, but very suddenly disappear from sight in a wisp.
Are they ethereal
No, they are not.
or invisible?
Kuma, they appear right beside you and striking out with its claw. That is a miss. Second is going to be a bite attack, which is also a miss. It teleports out of the sky directly beside you and immediately claws and snaps its mouth over towards you, which you manage to dodge out of the way of fairly quickly. The second one is going to look at the other large target that could be... Oh, wait, you're prone, Kuma. You fell.
Yeah.
So the first 2 will count as the first one. 21 to hit.
21 misses.
Alrighty, it manages to not hit you at all. The other one does the exact same trick and tactic against Silren. 19 to hit.
19, I believe, hits.
More than likely.
Yep.
Alrighty, that is going to be 15 points of piercing damage as its bite sinks into his shoulder, and he suffers an additional 7 points of necrotic damage. And then second attack. Natural 19. That is going to be 15 or 13 points this time of slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic as it slashes through him and it makes a big divot in his stomach. The other one is going to do the same tactic, but seeing that Kuma is still open game since nobody else grabbed him, is going to attempt a snatch attack. And that is going to be a 20 to hit?
20 does not hit.
Okay. It comes flying over towards you, and as it teleports, you see its claws go downwards to try to grab at your torso, and you tumble out of the way as it continues flying directly up into the sky. This one is going after you, Mary. You're the only one not prone while walking.
Thought it was hidden, though. That's the reason we cast...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're completely unseen. Never mind. All right, Silren.
We are gonna keep it basic because I don't want to accidentally use his stuff. So,
14 to hit him. No, it's not his turn. 14 to hit. I'm saying he's getting targeted again.
Oh, okay. 14 misses.
Okay. And a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Alrighty, that'll be another 20 points of damage. He's not resistant to necrotic. This one is going to attempt to snatch Jimmy. Jimmy, who is not prone, 13 misses. And whee! it keeps flying upwards like the other one did. Now, this one is also going to attempt that against Jimmy. Dirty 20?
Against my AC?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. You will
Hold
suffer...
on, wait. I have shield. There we go. I'll go ahead
shield?
and... Yep. I'll do my
Alrighty. The creature tries to grab at your arms as it's heading up, and you just throw up this arcane deflection that it holds on to as it keeps flying and looks very confused now. Jerigway, now it's your turn.
I'm gonna jump down on the one attacking Jimmy.
Give me another athletics check.
Okay.
You have to kick off the wall.
Okay. Got it.
Or acrobatics. I'll allow either or, honestly.
Nah, Jericho's much better at athletics. Athletics check. We're gonna try to come down with a sword. 18. I think that's
18's enough for you to jump backwards and kind of land right on the crest of the creature's back. You have advantage, because surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, well. So right now I have the psychic right on. That means anything. Oh wait, what? Whoa, I didn't roll the right thing. I just clicked Great Weapons Master.
10 damage. Yep. You're not a Marut. Keep going.
Okay.
All right, maybe you're close to a Marut. 23 hits.
Okay, so active blood curse is not. Wait, what roll is that? 13. Okay. Submit. 35 damage.
You slash into the... Wait, what is all of your damage types?
Psychic.
Psychic, lightning, fire, right?
Lightning and fire aren't on it, so you either pick one of them.
Okay, so it's psychic. Okay, cool. You slice down through its back, and it takes the hit. This is clearly much more sturdy than those ghastly creatures behind it.
Round 2.
25 hits.
Yep. 25 damage.
Now, you unleash a second attack into it, and it's looking pretty rough at this point as you gash twice into the creature, and it lets out a very loud howl of pain. All done?
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything else.
Okay. Mary!
Alright, so these three and these three, they're quite close to each other, right?
Within 20 feet of one another.
Right, so I could place a 30-foot cube that gets all those 6, probably?
Yeah. 30-foot cube, 20 feet? Yeah.
Yep, I'll cast Hypnotic Pattern then. So they get a Wisdom save at disadvantage, all of them.
Alright, let's start with the Stalker. Stalker number 1, no. Stalker number 2, no. Stalker number 3, no. Gas number 1, no. Gas number 2, no. Gas number 3, yes. Oh, wait, all disadvantage. Right. No. Okay, they're all, pretty colors. Actually, you throw up this hypnotic pattern of beautiful, scantalizing colors that are just so dazzling and vibrant, and all of them kind of like shriek away from it, feeling almost like they're focused on it, but hating it. It's so bright.
Right. And,
all of them are stunned now.
Yep, and I'll use my... Well, they're charmed. So I'll use my bonus action to hide again and move a little bit further down. Pulling up the... I'm pulling up the crossbow.
Alrighty. You run downwards as best as you can, and you find this nice little, separation of rock to just, tuck behind. Go ahead and roll your stealth. It actually does matter for you.
Yep. 27.
Okay. You're at a 27.
And, I'll just pull up the crossbow and say, well, Condemner, and let's see what you got.
Alrighty.
And that's my
As you do that, it loads itself.
Hey.
Dorzin, your turn.
All right. First off, Radiant Soul, and I'm just gonna hop off and fly.
That's your action. Dorzin.
And bonus action, Healing Word to Silren.
Yeah, he's looking a little rough.
That's a 4.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm gonna fly, like get in the business of the ones like up in the air around people, so they have a clear, untapped.
These two are the ones still up in the air.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll like face off against them.
Okay. You see they kind of snapped at one another as they both failed, but now that you're flying up, they seem to aggressively look at each other and aggressively look at you in the same manner. Competition of noms. Silren's go.
All right. Yeah, Silren is going to turn to one of the ones that are closest and produce flame.
Okay.
So
that is disadvantage because you're in melee, but 16 still hits.
All right, and nice 16 fire.
Alrighty. He throws out this small production of flame that just slams into the creature and goes all over its body. That ends its charm, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty, that one is no longer charmed. If it's marked purple, it's charmed. Alrighty, all done?
I think he'd just move back away if
that
the
will
rest
provoke
of them...
attacks of opportunity from 2 of them.
From 2? Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 of them that engaged with him trying to fight him.
All right, he'll stay where he's at then.
Alrighty, Kuma.
Wanna stand and rage?
Shouldn't it only be in that one
Actually,
no,
it's about a pattern.
Oh, yeah. It would only provoke from 1. He can move if he wants, but it will provoke an attack of op.
Yeah, we'll risk it.
Alrighty.
He'll get out of the huddle.
It'll attempt to bite him on a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
15 piercing, 7 necrotic. Alright, now Kuma. Stand up, half your movement, rage.
I'm going to
Shadow
attack this
Legend.
one in front of me.
Go for it.
It's not considered an object or a structure, is it?
No. It's a creature. How dare you?
I know. Yeah, I don't know what these are. Reckless.
Objectifying our enemies.
That's rude, man. 27 hits, 25 hits, 24 hits. Thunder! Yeah, let me just get the fucking calculator.
I did thunder and lightning. It didn't go on there.
Alright, so 18 plus 11 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2 plus 4 is 47 points of damage against this creature. So it is hurt after that. All done?
I want to make that third strike a trip attack and see if I can make it go prone.
Alright, what does it have to roll?
Strength save.
21.
21 makes it, takes an extra 10 damage though.
Alright, it takes the 10 damage. All done?
Yeah.
Alright, Jimmy, your turn.
All right, we're going to pop out the ouches as an action, and we will activate them. So I think this is just going to hit me and Kuma for the field. So 12 temporary.
Yeah.
12 temporary.
Wait, what's the radius? 10 feet?
10 feet. Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, they're large creatures. It doesn't get through them to Jerry. All right.
Okay, and the second one is going to shoot at disadvantage at the one that is on Kuma.
Alright.
31, and then let me roll again for disadvantage.
Yep.
20
hits.
Okay. Fourth. Wow. 3.
Jeez.
Triple 1. All right.
What? Oh, that's.
Ouch isn't doing so well in the cold weather. It hasn't adapted yet.
Also, anybody within 10 feet, so me and Kuma, +2 to our AC, we have half cover. That's it for me.
Alrighty. And Kuma, make sure you add in the 12 temp HP. Okay, cool. The Shadow Ghast. Jerry, you're the only one that's in the way of them that they wish to threaten because they are not going to threaten those other creatures.
They're still charmed though. Those 3.
Oh yeah. They continue hissing aggressively at the air. This one, however, is going to run over to you, Jerry. And it's gonna bite you. 16?
Miss.
Now it's gonna claw you. 24.
Yeah, that will hit.
Alright, you will suffer 12 points of slashing damage. And I need you to give me a con save.
15.
You're successful. You feel it cut into you, and there's this almost ichor-like substance that goes into your body, and you're aware of what these predatory creatures do. Ambush tactics, sneak up behind creatures, and paralyze them. But you manage to fortify yourself against it. Gloomstalkers. Let's start with you first, Dorzen. We have a fight in the sky. Natural 3 is not going to hit you, ever.
Nope.
Natural 7 is not going to hit you, ever. The next one, natural 2 is not going to hit you. And natural 19, that'll hit you.
So it's over 20?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it hits.
Yes. That'll be 13 points of slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage against you.
So
But
20.
you're resistant to necrotic.
Damn.
Yeah.
So 13
Yeah.
slashing, and what's the half necrotic?
4. Alrighty. The one in front of you, Kuma, is going to attack you with advantage. I almost lost my die there. 23?
23
Oh,
just
sorry,
hits.
24. It's 24.
24?
Okay, cool. Yeah. 15 piercing, half down to 8, and 7 necrotic. 23.
23
Yeah.
hit.
All right, and that'll be another 13 slashing, 7 necrotic. And the last one is going to let out its terrible shriek, the one in front of you, or where Sylvan was. I need... Yeah, Mary's the only one high enough. Wait, Mary, you're within 40 feet of them? Did you put yourself 60 feet? How close did you put them?
Well, I'm not sure how tall up I am or how high
I'm
up I
letting you
was
choose.
when-
You can walk however you please.
Yeah, I'd be like 50 feet up, I think.
Okay, that's within 60 feet of it. I need all of you to give me a con save.
Right.
One, two, three, four, five, 6. Mary is the only one who failed. You are now paralyzed. And you get to repeat the save at the end of each of your enemies, at the end of the enemy's next turn. Oh, you're only paralyzed until the end of your next turn.
Is 16 successful?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so only one ouch got paralyzed.
Okay, thank you. Wait, Ouch isn't immune to paralyze? That makes sense, okay.
That's weird.
Yes, it is. However, as it lets out that earth-shattering screech, you all see behind it that portal is glowing again. Jaragway.
Looks like we actually have to get to that portal. I'm gonna kill the Gloomstalker real quick and kill the one that attacked me. Public roll 23.
23 hits, yeah.
Yeah, and 29.
Was that 29?
Yeah.
It's just barely still standing. 1 hit point.
Oh, great. I'm gonna turn to the thing now that attacked me and just hit the crap out of that. And public roll. Oh, ooh! I wish I got a 19 on that.
Your minimum damage kills it.
Okay.
You stab into the back of this creature and then gash out at the other creature, just cutting its head off as an afterthought to you.
Okay, and I'm just running towards that portal. Okay. I'm gonna use Exalted Mutation to change one of my mutant power things. I'm gonna get rid of Precision, which makes me crit on 19s, and switch it to Cruelty.
So you move away from the one that was... Oh, it's no longer stunned. You hit it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just running towards that portal. I don't know where.
Alrighty, it will take an attack of op at you.
Okay.
19?
Yeah, that hits.
All right, 15 piercing, 7 necrotic.
Piercing, 7 necrotic.
Alrighty, Mary, your turn.
Yeah, I can't do anything, so I guess I'll roll the save at the end of my turn.
No, there's no save. It just ends at the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the ability's not that good. It's just okay.
Okay, yep.
All right, doors in.
All right. Bonus action, Fighting Spirit. 15 temporary hit points now. And I am going to forego my advantage so I can get 2 attacks on each of them. Because I got that this level. Alright, first 2 attacks on the one on the left.
Alrighty. Yeah, that hits.
Right.
26.
Yep. And a 25 on top of that. Also, just for fun,
it's hurt. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Also, another 18 points of radiant because I can do that when I'm flying.
So you slam into it once and slam it to it the second time, and as you do, the essence of your holiness strikes into the creature, and you all watch as there is this blinding light that streaks through its body as it completely bursts from the radiant energy, and the other one beside it starts acting a little concerned about you. Nothing but its wings remain as it falls to the ground.
Oh, okay. They don't like radiant. And 2 attacks on this one. Ooh, that's good fire damage on the second one.
Just mark that one as dead. So that's 24, 20, 42 plus 15 is 57. Yeah, it looks hurt as well. All done. Silver.
Okay, Silverin is, yep, let's keep it simple. The one that's looking hurt by Jimmy and Kuma is going to produce flame. 30. 19 fire damage.
19. The one that's bloodied or the one that's hurt?
The one that looks injured by Kuma and Jimmy. The most injured.
The most injured, the bloodied one. Okay, it's dead then. You throw out the flame and it incinerates through it. The wings land on the ground. Alrighty, all done?
All set, yeah.
Alrighty, Kuma.
This one right in front of me. Let's second first damage the first.
Go for it.
I'm gonna see if this one kills the first.
Oh, that hits. Yeah. What's that? 9, 11, 23, 24. It's still standing. It's bloodied though. Your minimum damage is enough to kill it on that one. You slice through this creature twice again, leaving nothing but the wings remaining.
And is there any way I can athletics my way up to the one the doors is fighting?
It's flying in the middle of the air. You cannot yeet yourself that high.
Get a bunch of other ones next to you.
All right, I'll go for this one. That was by.
There's this one that's already unstunned.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Uh, 31 hits.
And I will make that a distracting strike.
Which is what? If it attacks something other than you, disadvantage?
Allies get advantage on the next attack on it.
Allies get advantage. Alrighty, you gash into it a couple of more times.
Yep.
All done?
Yep.
Jimmy!
All right. Guess it's me and Kuma. The firing one is paralyzed for a round. If you lost your temporary hit points, you have 10 more.
Alright, cool.
And I will take aim at the one Kuma is currently bashing and fire off a combustion.
It does not have reach, so that hits.
Okay. And that's
Jesus Christ!
that's some
I
damage.
think it's dead.
Maybe.
It's
Let's
74
just count it up.
damage.
Yep. 74.
Fuck!
That
Your
was a
gun kind
cantrip,
of
guys.
overloads into the creature as it completely incinerates it, leaving nothing but the wings behind.
That spell gets 4d10?
Yeah, cantrips, man. They're OP.
Yeah. Well, look at how many 10s and 9s and 8s. Like, yeah. You know, like...
That was a critical hit and above average as well. So
Yeah. Alrighty, all done?
I'm going to rush up behind Jericho, probably not getting that far since my movement speed's garbage, and that's it.
You can get, like, on the other side of the creature, no problem.
Okay.
Shadow Ghasts. Ooh, pretty colors. Gloomstalker. Ooh, pretty colors. Dorzen, you're getting attacked. However, because it saw divine energy, it has disadvantage on the attack. 12 misses you, and 18 misses?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. It seems to shriek away from your wings and tries to find aspects of you to attack, but it doesn't seem all too confident. Jerigway.
I guess killing these two as I run past towards that portal.
Okay. What's your base movement speed, by the way?
35 feet.
All right. 19 hits.
Do I have to do
Oh wait,
damage?
they're stunned. Advantage.
they're
I'm
not
fairly
stunned,
certain
they're charmed. They're incapacitated.
they're incapacitated, so you still have advantage on them.
Slice.
Head off.
I'll just kill them all real quick.
Well, you have to hit first.
I have faith she can do it.
Slice, dead.
Yeah. Damage. Okay, and I'm running straight towards that portal.
Alrighty. So you use the rest of your movement speed, and you get within about 15 feet of the portal itself. And Jerry, you notice something happening. The portal glows brightly again.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
And oh, were you done? I apologize.
No, that's my turn. Unless something comes out right now.
Holy shit!
Oh, something did come out. Okay.
Something does come out. You
Alright.
watch as a massive plated arm grabs the edge and starts dragging itself outwards. This very large creature steps out, holding a massive defiled greatsword in its offhand, and looks directly at all of you.
Don't worry, guys. That thing's over in Blightshore. It's hundreds of miles away.
Yeah.
Fine.
Guess I'm just gonna scream, charge at it. I don't know.
Well, that was the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Far away.
That was its turn to get here. From you, it's about 80 feet or so. From Jerry, about 15 feet. But that
Okay.
was its turn to get out here. Does anything happen the moment it shows up? No. However, it will twist its blade around, and you see this crackling of energy shoot all the way up it, draining out from its plated arm. Mary!
All right. Yeah, I'll let loose an arrow bolt at the one that Dorsen is fighting. A crossbow
Alrighty.
bolt, I mean. Arrow bolt.
Go for it.
Let me just. There we go.
29 definitely hits.
So that's 48 damage.
Without making a single sound, there's nothing but a little wisp at the end of your bolt as it flies over the shoulder of Dorsen. Dorsen, you don't even hear it pierce outwards before through the creature, and the creature settles downwards and falls to the ground.
Hey, I like you. I say to the crossbow, and
It reloads
then
itself.
And I'll also do a swift healing word at Silverin.
Alrighty.
Let's see. That's I'll cast it at 5th level. So let me just.
Alright.
Yeah, obviously no sneak attack or psychic blades.
I
but
mean, yeah, he's not here to
18
defend
hit points.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Silverin heals 18. Dorsen, as soon as that creature dies, your attention snaps over and you go across the landscape before your eyes settle on that. Roll me a religion check.
And I'll use the rest of my move to just get down to the ground.
Well,
Okay. You're not quite sure what that thing is, but it definitely gives off a little bit of a frightening presence to it.
oh shit.
All
Okay.
done?
Yeah, I'm all done.
Dorsen, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action to dash and fly towards Jericho. Tell me when I stop, I guess. I don't know.
You are 80 feet away, so you get 10 feet out from where Jericho
Okay.
Or, no, you would get right up to where Jericho is, 10 feet from the creature.
10 feet from the creature? Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Bonus action, summon spiritual weapon right next to it.
You moved within the range of its aura. I need you to give me a charisma save.
Charisma.
Oh.
Not charisma. Oh no. I would like to use my session inspiration for this.
Go for it. 18 is a success.
Oh, thank God.
However, you feel this dominating presence of this creature that almost makes the air around you heavier as you get this close to it.
All right, and I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Fairy on Jericho.
Okay. Jericho, you get a poke on your shoulder. Your AC is now 20. All done?
Yes, that's all I can do right now.
Silrins go.
Silren is... Let's see. There's still that one that hasn't moved yet, and everybody else is running up. So Silren is going to start making his way over. And...
Is he dashing or no?
I think he'll use an action to cure wounds himself.
Okay.
We'll do level 4.
Go for it.
22.
Alrighty. He heals for 22. All done?
Yep, that's it for him.
Kuma.
I start making my way towards it. I have 40 movement speed. How close would that get me?
40 movement, 80 dash. You could move up to where Jericho is.
I'll do that.
Okay. Give me a charisma save.
He's raging. Are you that kind of barbarian?
No.
No.
I'll use session inspiration.
Sure. That is a failure.
Hmm.
You don't have any special rerolls, do you?
Indomitable.
Are you
So
using it?
Yeah, I get one chance. Come on.
12 is also a failure. As you run into this aura, Kuma, you are excited. This thing looks fun to kill until you get within 10 feet of it and you feel its oppressive aura sit on top of you, and immediately your entire body becomes heavy and lethargic as its attention just wanes onto you, and you feel the essence and presence of this creature is far more powerful than you have encountered in a threatening manner. You are now under the effects of the slow spell.
Oh, no.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
All
no.
done?
Yeah.
Jimmy.
All right. Ouch. With the cannon is going to fire a shot at it.
Already, go for it.
E6
26 will hit.
for 12 force and push it 10 feet back.
This version can be forcibly moved. Okay.
And then I'm going to use 25 movement, just try to get a bit closer to everybody else.
You can get right on the other side of those ghasts.
Okay. Before I move, I'm going to do my arcane field on myself and Silren for 13 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then that was bonus action. Action, we are going to fire at this thing. Another combustion.
I thought arcane shot was... Oh, that was ouch. Go for it.
Yep, that's ouch.
They gotta make up for not having more attacks somehow.
Ooh,
15 misses. This time you shoot out the canister and it reaches up its gauntlet and snatches it out of the air as it explodes in its palm.
All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Jerigway. You felt that oppressive aura, but luckily it was pushed back from you before you had to make a save.
Got it. Well, I guess I'm running into that oppressive aura.
Charisma save.
Well, wait 1 second. I need to do the Exalt mutation again. We're gonna drop cruelty for potency again. So yeah, now we're running into that.
Charge on in. Charisma save.
Charisma.
You are successful. You managed to fight off of its frightening aura. Roll me a religion check.
Religion. Something she knows. Wow, never mind. She's not really thinking about that right now.
13. You are aware of the name of these entities.
16.
Huh? 16,
six.
yes. You are aware of the name of these entities. They are known as Death Wardens. You are aware that they serve higher beings across the spectrum as a whole. Go ahead.
Okay, and she's gonna attack the thing twice.
Go for it.
Public. Ooh, 31.
31 will hit. Well, -5, so
Yeah.
26 hits.
Okay. Public. 37 damage. And then we'll do.
Not exactly.
What?
This
It's
creature
not
has
do-
resistances. So, 8. Let me look at it. So the 10 is normal, and what is your right damage? Psychic?
Yeah.
It is resistant to the psychic damage, so that's only 5. So 15 plus 17 is 32.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll hit it again.
Go for it.
Okay.
27 hits. So 7 have to 4. So 14. And
25?
Yeah,
11.
25.
Okay, the creature takes the 2 hits.
I'm gonna re-roll the 2 1s for some reason. Yeah, I got great. Yeah, I'm gonna
Your
re-roll.
great weapon fighter as your feet. Great weapon master as your feet.
Yeah, and I'm great weapon fighter, so it means you re-roll 1s. So I'm gonna re-roll those
Yeah.
2 1s. Are there 1s on the other ones? No. So our 2d6. Our 2d6. Woo! Just 2 points better. 1 point better, I guess. There we go.
At the end of your algorithm, RO less than 2. Add that at the end of your damage macro on your sheet for all damages that you deal. It'll automatically re-roll less than 2s.
Got it. Okay.
So you don't
Thank you.
have to keep track of it. It'll do it. Yep, no problem. I messaged it to you on Discord. Alrighty. Now it is the Death Warden's turn. As it already has its smite ability up, it is going to raise its arm and swing its massive blade outwards towards you. That is a 26 to hit, Jericho.
I'm gonna use my blood curse of blinding to lower that.
By what?
So let me see it, read it exactly. But essentially, it's a D10 or a D10.
Roll a d10.
7, so 19.
19. Just
Miss it.
barely misses with your other thing. It'll use its second attack against you.
I'm gonna amplify. So I'm gonna take a D10 of damage real quick. Ouch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another d10, although its to hit is 28 this time.
Okay, so our D10. There we go.
Alrighty, that misses you. And now its final and third attack. Go ahead and roll your d10. This is another 28 to hit.
D10. Let's see if we can keep it going. That hits my AC. Damn it.
20. You are going to suffer 18 points of slashing damage, 12 points of necrotic damage, and 26 points of force damage. I need you to give me a con save. Okay. It slams into you for that third attack, and you just barely get struck by it. But even on the very edge of it, it slices through you, and you feel this large gash emanate in your stomach as you are knocked prone onto the ground.
I think that was the last hit.
Mary.
Yeah. Seeing this new threat, I keep concentration on the remaining charmed ones, but I'm running up to hide somewhere.
Behind dead bodies.
Yeah.
Lift the wing. Just...
Something like that. Rolling stealth.
I just imagine you do like the army crawl under the wings.
Yeah.
All right, that's fairly stealthy.
And I'll fire at the Death Warden.
Go for it.
Where's the... Oh, there it is.
This one is not immune to surprise. 31 hits.
Alright, so that's with including resistance to psychic, you said? So
resistance to psychic, immunity to poison.
Right, so it's 6 points less. And, 8 points less, because I wasn't going to do the poison damage anyway, but apply the silence effect.
So silence strikes around you or around it?
On it.
Okay. As your arrow sinks into the creature, it all goes quiet around it. Not that it was speaking anyways.
Right, so the total is 42 damage. No,
42?
Let me see. No, 46 damage.
All right, so we subtract the 544 because that's your psychic blade.
Yeah, I've already halved it.
So 13. 13
I don't want to be that
is
guy.
7. What?
All right, so one more. Yeah.
He can't deal damage and cast the spell.
I didn't cast the spell.
It's the effect of the thing.
Yeah, the gun says you can, if you hit, you can choose either damage or do one of the two spells.
Yeah, but that it in regards to the poison damage.
Is it regarded as poison damage or just the damage?
Let me read it because I literally just sent it to you last week, and I can read it.
It's in the roll.
Instead of dealing damage, you can choose one of the two effects to trigger. So you can either deal damage or get the silence, one or the other.
All right, I thought that was in regards to the poison thing.
No. Just it has the static additional damage of poison.
Okay, well, I'm dealing damage then.
Okay, so no silence, but poison. So back to subtraction. 8, 3, 7, minus 7 from that roll, so 32 plus 13
It's
piercing.
47.
32 plus 13. 32 plus is 45. It's immune to poison.
Yeah, but oh yeah.
All right, the creature looks hurt.
All right.
All done.
Yeah.
Doors in.
All right. Gonna fly around to his back.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna.
Do you have enough speed to do that? Actually, you're slow.
No, that's Kuma.
Oh,
I
yeah,
said-
you were successful. Go ahead. Oh, you're entering into the aura again? Give me another save.
I was in the.
It was knocked back. You entered again. Give me a
Damn
save.
it.
Yup.
It's charisma, right?
Yup.
You
12 is a
use
failure. You're
Indomitable?
under slow again. Yeah.
Okay. Damn it.
Your fly speed is 30 feet, so you only have 15 feet. You can only get to its side. You can't flank. And you only have one attack.
All right. Gonna hit, I hope. The 19 hit?
No.
Damn.
You swing at it, and it just bounces off of its armor.
All right. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Silvern's go.
I think he can hit it from here, so just quick snap of his fingers. Let's produce some flame. 27
Oh, yeah, that hits.
for 19.
This one is resistant to fire damage, correct? No, it is not. Okay. 19 damage.
All right. He'll move up a little bit. Doesn't want to get too close. Within 30 of, we'll say, Dorzine. That's it.
Alrighty. Kuma, your turn.
Am I out of its spear range right now? Or slow range?
You are, but you're still under the effects of slow.
Okay.
You felt its aura.
Right. Can only take one melee attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Yeah, I'll go up. So the 20 feet I have will probably get me to it, won't it?
Yeah. Wait,
Any
20
chance
feet. You can get on the other side. Flanking
Okay.
with doors in.
No,
You're
that's a
still
good thing.
slow, though.
Yeah, so, swing my sword.
Go for it.
Uh,
Flanking, roll again. 19 misses. Just slams against its armor. All done?
can I take bonus actions?
No, you cannot. You're under slow. You can only use an action or a bonus action, and you cannot take reactions.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Yep. Jimmy.
All right, we're gonna get like 20 feet behind Jericho and fire off another arcane cannon from Ouch.
Go for it.
20.
20 misses. He catches it again and just smothers it.
That's not nice. And then just going to, hit it with another combustion. Let's go. Nope, 16. And
Also
that is
misses.
it for me.
Alrighty. Jericho, your turn.
Okay, sorry, Kuma. I'm gonna run and push Kuma out of the way so I can get the flanking. Yeah, I guess it just there.
Kuma, do you try to resist at all?
No, because I can't be knocked over prone.
Yeah,
Oh.
just tumble. Ding.
Okay. I'm gonna use bonus action because I've noticed fire is hurting. It doesn't seem to like fire that much. I'm gonna use bonus action to switch it from psychic to fire. So RD10 on myself, 2 damage. That's nice.
Mhm.
And we're gonna start hitting this thing again. Oh, that missed.
No
14?
reaction. I'm going to allow that reroll.
Go for it.
Just re-roll it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So only the first one. So 12 misses.
Okay.
You swing out towards the creature, and it just raises its arm as it locks into one of the many chinks inside of its armor.
That's you rolled a 1, a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Yeah.
It's the only way she misses, though. Like,
Yeah.
Ooh, this is bad. Okay.
next attack.
Blood curse on this next one. Yeah, we're gonna use blood curse and lose to what is the name of this? Marked. Blood curse mark, so it's like add an additional D10 on the attack.
Don't you have to hit it in order to add that one?
Yeah, so hopefully we hit it this time. Okay, we hit it. Blood
1 and 4. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, now let's do some damage, hopefully. Okay, so let's add an RD10. Okay, so 20, 34, 41 damage.
Okay, it looks pretty rough.
That's my turn, unfortunately.
Alrighty. Mary, you were supposed to go before it last time because you do have the higher dex, but this time you go before it.
Alright. Yep. Bonus action, hide again, and fire away.
Alright, go for it.
Oh.
Yeah, that misses.
Yep. And yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Alrighty. The creature will unleash its sustenance. I need a con save from Kuma, Jerry, and Dorzen, who are all within its aura.
This is my inspiration on this one. Fuck.
Fuck.
With these rolls now.
Oh,
Holy shit.
oh, okay. I'm gonna use my other Indomitable on that.
Yeah! Jeez!
Oh.
Wow, roll 20 is writing a story now. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you give us the mango dice, Jiro?
2, 7, 6, 1, and 3.
Okay. Let me roll real quick then.
It's
You
going to
are
hurt,
supposed to
isn't
be
it?
good at this. Not that many dice.
How many dice is it? I say as he gathered more dice.
$72 points of necrotic damage.
72.
Yes.
All right. What's
Immediately.
the half of
36. No. 36, yeah. Yeah, 35 is 72. So 36 is half. As it unleashes this torrent of necrotic energy that starts draining out the life from the three of you, it filters back into the creature.
Of course it does.
that? I don't like this boy.
Okay.
Oh, I need to make a Constitution save.
Yep. All of you, well, you're only one concentrating on a spell. That is half of 36 is 13. That is successful.
Half of 36 is 18.
That is a failure.
Well, there goes your shield, Jericho.
Alrighty, so that was 72 plus 72 plus 36.
We're in danger.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it
Alrighty.
doesn't, we'll be fine.
Yours in your turn.
Okay. If I can only do one thing a turn during this turn, I'm going to do it to fuck him up. Channel Divinity, Path to the Grave. Light him up.
The next source of damage he suffers. Be aware you can hold your action to use that. Oh wait, you can't use reactions, so holding actions don't really work. Yeah. Alright, next source of damage he suffers from, he is vulnerable to.
Light him up, Silren.
Silren.
Does Silren light things up?
Big spell, whatever you got. Big boom. Big boom.
Does
I mean-
Silren do that though? Like
Yeah, again, my original question, no, he doesn't really. But
produce
he
flame.
does do some amazing things called healing. He is going to drop his totem. Let's just say 5 feet in front of him.
Alright. It's a snake.
A white snake.
And Snaky Snake is going to do, yeah, we're dipping into the level 5, guys. Level 5 Cure Wounds. On himself. And then I believe it affects the other people. Let me just link it again so we all know.
You can magically summon a thingy that does a thingy objects thingy. As a bonus action, you can move the thingy. It persists for one thingy.
Oh, he's supposed to pick. I'm supposed to pick what type?
Snake, which is the unicorn, but for him is a snake.
Yep.
The spirit of the unicorn. You and your allies have advantage on ability checks made to detect creatures. That doesn't matter. If you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to any creature inside or outside the aura, each creature of your choice in the aura regains hit points equal to your druid level, which is 18.
Right.
So I assume you want to move it close enough to hit Dorzen?
Yeah, that's why like 5 feet, because Jimmy
Alright.
was supposed to be like 20 feet back from Jericho, so that should be everybody. All right.
Easy.
And Cure Wounds on himself, level 5. And then everybody else gets his druid level, 18 hit points, correct?
Yep, except Mary.
Okay.
Mary also hasn't been hit yet, so.
You don't
Perks
need
of
it.
Mary. Combat, you mean picking off targets.
Yeah, that's what rogues are supposed to do.
Yeah. It's when the enemy finally gets you that you uncanny dodge and don't care. So yeah, all done?
Action bonus, and for his movement, I think he's pretty good where he'll probably move a little away from Jimmy, just because, that's a lightning rod.
Kuma, you are pushed out of the way by Jerry. You no longer have flanking.
I'm going to move here, and can I delay my turn until after Jimmy
Can't
goes?
hold actions. You're slow, you can't hold.
Jimmy, hit him good. And that's all I'm doing. Because
Alrighty.
I know Jimmy's a powerhouse.
Jimmy! We're all relying on you.
I am. I can cast. What's my most damage? I mean, my cantrip. It's pretty much my most damaging thing.
Rolling that 20, man. Come on, we know you can do it.
I'm just gonna check one other. Yeah, everything else would like blow everybody up. So, all right.
That's fine.
Here we go. I will give myself advantage session inspiration, and we'll fire. Combustion. Oh, that.
Nice.
Hey!
All right.
Come
get
on.
him on
come
that
on.
Do
vulnerability.
it. Do it.
Double.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we do.
damage, dude. We're playing Doom now.
Well, that's 30. That's 41 double. So that's 82 fire.
Ooh. As your canister slams into the creature, you watch as it reaches to try to grab it again, but these ghostly grapples sink around its shoulder and restrain the creature as it slams into its chest and body.
Okay.
It looks fucking hurt again, like it looked at last turn.
We'll take another arcane shot. 19 misses.
Misses.
I'm gonna move like 15 feet away from it. 20.
Oh, you
I
just
don't
moved
know.
in towards it. Wrong way.
Yeah,
Are you moving in?
I'm moving into the 10 feet range because I
Alright.
want to get. Ouch.
Charisma save.
Charisma save any day.
Oh no, Jimmy.
Is this a frightened condition?
Yes. No. Wait. Let me
Is
read
it
to be sure. The oppressive aura. This effect lasts 1 minute. This is a fear effect. Yes.
Okay, so.
Luckily,
roll-
back then I had the foresight to add that into my homebrews.
Unfortunately, it's not the
16,
kind
I'm
where
going
you
to
say,
flash up to 21.
21 is a save.
Okay. Ouch crawls up right to its feet, and I'm gonna hit everybody inside with a little
Well,
aura.
ouches need to roll as well.
Oh,
Immune to fear.
charisma for.
Oh, they're immune
ouch.
to fear. Never mind.
Yep.
Stupid robots.
That's
Beep, boop.
right. All right, here we go. Temporary hit points. Everybody get 11. Who's in the pain circle?
Jiragwe.
Prove your might.
Okay. So she's gonna say Ethis Aniwulu and try to fucking kill this thing.
All right, what does that translate to?
Oh, it's dead. Translate to let me see, I wrote it down. It translates to die now spirit. So something along the lines of that.
How do you want to do this? Well, roll your damage. It theoretically could not kill it.
Maire Shinderu.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Blood curse on top of it for good measure. So let's do it.
how do you want to do this?
Leg then heart. Through the
Alrighty.
leg. To the heart.
You slice into its leg, causing it to cripple down onto its kneecap, slamming, and then you rip outwards and thrust your blade directly through the heart as the creature looks up to you and speaks in your own native tongue. You will not succeed. We are all coming for you.
Sword to the head, second attack.
And as you rip it out, thrusting again, it disperses into mist and is ejected back out of this realm. And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We will be right back.